Hi, and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week we bring you the latest in what's going on in entertainment and some cool things for you to try out and do to maybe make your life a little better. This week we talked to Florida Man. Yes. Okay, not the actual Florida Man, but a new TV series on Netflix. We talked to the cast of them and how a life of crime in the state of Florida compares to a life of crime in Breaking Bad here in New Mexico. So we kind of compare the two a little bit. And a little later, smoothie bowls. Are they the new trend for you to get that nutrition you need? Well, we have an expert here talking about superfoods and how you could make your life a little better. All that and more right here on New Mexico Rising. All right, so you've heard the term Florida Man. It's usually when somebody wacky does something in Florida and it just begins with a Florida man, insert the blank here. This time, it's all about a disgraced cop who finds his way tracking somebody in Florida to kind of let things go in his past. Unfortunately, a lot of his past starts popping up. And with me today is Edgar, Ramierez, and Abby Lee from the new TV series on Netflix, Florida Man. How are you two doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, great, thank you.
Doing good. All right, so this takes place in Florida. It has a colorful cast of characters. It has a world of like behind the scenes of crime, a world of corrupt cops, and a little bit of this and that and whatever, all mixed into, yes, the state of Florida. Hey, we have the Breaking Bad meth thing here in Albuquerque. What was it like out in Florida to kind of like rebuild a world that is maybe not too talked about?
You wanna?
Well, I mean, we actually shot in North Carolina, so we weren't shooting in Florida, so we had to create our own Florida in North Carolina, which is a real ode to the creative team behind Florida Man, because I think they've done a pretty brilliant, impeccable job. But you know, we had all the same elements that Florida deals with: the heat and the humidity and night shoots, and so it was a wild shoot, and it really it mirrors the show quite perfectly, the way that we shot.
Yeah, no, I had the chance to go to Florida to the places that inspire the show, the places that where Donald Todd, our showrunner and creator, grew up in, and it was incredible how it reflected completely, you know, what was on the page. These characters come from his childhood memories, from the things that he observed, from some also personal experience, and he twisted and reworked everything and created this world that is so colorful and sexy and strange and weird and awkward, and I think that is also kind of like a reflection of the internal, you know, the internal world, you know, the inner world of all these characters, you know, that the faster the more they try to run from their ghosts and from the ghosts of their past, the quicker, you know, they come back to haunt them. And I think that is something that we all can relate to. Mm-hmm. And talking about Albuquerque, I lived in Albuquerque.
You do?
Oh yeah. I was shooting there. I did a movie with Matthew McConaughey called Gold, and we shot there. I lived right in downtown Albuquerque, so you know, I'm total 505.
I just worked in Utah as well.
You did? Yeah, exactly. You were shooting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, see, everybody tends to come through Albuquerque. And I think that's probably people get surprised that we have all these people on our show that are excited about Albuquerque, because we have an amazing film crew out here and an amazing film team and industry out here.
Yeah, and the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen in my life. It's incredible. The sky in Albuquerque, like the sunset, is that is something that stayed with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is so gorgeous, the way the sun sets there. And also that road, like that trail that goes from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, when you go kind of like not on the highway, but the turquoise. Is it called the turquoise?
The turquoise trail.
The turquoise trail. Yeah, I always took that. You know, on my days off, I just wanted to take that road and go all the way to Santa Fe, but stopping like in the little places along the way. It was a beautiful experience. I really love New Mexico.
Well, thank you. I don't have a lot of time for an interview with you guys because they're keeping it short, but I just want to thank you guys for being part of the show, and good luck and success with Florida Man. We'll tell all the people in Albuquerque to go check out your show because you're big fans of us. So in return, we'll be big fans of you. Is that all right?
Please do. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. If you guys come back to Albuquerque, hit me up. We'll go. We'll do a video or something like that. Or
Fantastic.
You don't have to, but
we'll do that.
We know we shoot a lot. But thank you guys for joining us. Check out Florida Man. It is available on Netflix. So check out the new series right there. And hey, there's some cool, crazy stuff that goes on. And these two are chasing after maybe $100 million. So heist, crime, and all that other crazy stuff that Florida could offer as well. So thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Coming up a little later, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Heather Graham in a plane? Well, we talked to Heather Graham right here on New Mexico Rising. You know, people want to support the earth, and their shopping behaviors kind of prove that. Whether they're buying organic products made from recycled goods or shopping with reputable, sustainable brands. Consumers increasingly want green or eco-friendly products, and about 80% of consumers say sustainability is essential to them. So today we have Chris Homewood, CEO of Channel Control Merchants, here to let us know how retailers could sustainably handle their returns, what it means to shop for a second chance item, and how it can have a positive impact on the environment, while also saving us Americans a ton of money. Chris, can you tell us more about Channel Control Merchants?
Channel Control Merchants is America's leading reverse logistics retailer. We work on three fundamental tenets: recovery, transparency, and sustainability. The first one is recovery. We provide retailers a recovery for their end-of-life excess and return inventory. The second is transparency. We do this by making sure that we're monitoring where the inventory goes as it goes through our closed loop system of processing, warehouses, and our retail stores. The last element is sustainability. Sustainability is not just optional anymore. Sustainability is part of the solution that retailers are driving in order to make sure that we're doing good on the planet and dealing with excess inventory and overstock. Our ability to provide retailers with sustainability information, because we know exactly where their inventory is really a differentiator for us. So we track the inventory, we report back to retailers where their inventory is gone, what their waste diversion metrics are, and we become part of their sustainability story. Returns is an $800 billion problem, and it's growing every single year through the different channels that shoppers have. We've got 100 store locations. We've got 13 stores up in Canada, in Calgary and Toronto under the brand Treasure Hunt. We also have stores in the Southeast United States under the brands Treasure Hunt, Dirt Cheap, and Dirt Cheap Building Supplies. Currently, CCM works with 17 of the top 100 retailers to help solve this excess inventory and returns challenge, specifically related to sustainability and providing them with these metrics. Last year, CCM diverted over 80 million units of excess inventory into our stores. Our stores are offered, the goods in our stores go out at about 40 to 90% off. So if you'd like to know more, please check us out at ccmllc.com or ilovedirtcheap.com.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
In today's hectic lifestyle, finding better for you options while you're on the go can be challenging. But smoothie bowls are an on-trend solution to kind of energize you while you tackle the day ahead. They're packed with premium ingredients and whole fruits. Smoothie bowls can be incredibly nutrient and protein dense, mainly if they include superfoods like acai, pitaya, which is also known as dragon fruit. But today we have a superstar to kind of teach us all about putting these superfruits into our nutrition for the day. Kathleen Ashmore, she's a professional chef and food blogger who's gonna let us know about some of the wholesome ingredients and superfoods that we could add to our diets, especially mine, because I don't eat very well. Welcome to the show, Kathleen.
Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to talk about what's a challenge for so much of us, right? Is that we want healthier options and better for you meals, and we're busy. So how do we make it work?
Okay, so in today's busy lifestyle, can you share some fun and easy ways to work some wholesome ingredients and superfoods into our diets?
Definitely. I spend a few minutes every weekend laying out my meal plans for the week, depending upon what I already have on hand. I take stock of that first, and then I build my meals around that. When I get home from the grocery store, I take a couple of minutes and I rinse my fresh produce. I put it into new containers. I trim it so that it is ready to go, so that when hunger does strike, it is just as easy to grab a piece of fruit or a vegetable as it is to open up a bag of chips. And then the last thing is making sure that when I am on the go, I am aware of what better for you options there are around me. And one of my very, very, very favorite places to go when I am running around is Smoothie King, because we all love their smoothies, but now they have these smoothie bowls too, which is a great option.
Okay, so why are smoothie bowls becoming a popular meal alternative? What do you think?
I have to think it's because we all love smoothies. We know we love smoothies, but sometimes we want more crunch. We want some texture. We want to use a spoon to eat our lunch. And so this is a great way to bridge the smoothies that we already love, because these are smoothie bases. As you noted, these are filled with superfoods. So 3 of them have the pitaya base, also known as dragon fruit. It's this really pretty bright pink purple color. And then the other 3 have the acai base. It's this more dark purple color. And both are commonly known and well-studied superfoods filled with tons of antioxidants. And then that's topped with all of these incredible toppings, depending upon what your tastes are, from berries and bananas to peanut butter drizzle to honey to coconut flakes, goji berries, and of course, my very favorite high-quality, gluten-free, Purely Elizabeth granola.
All right, so what is your favorite flavor combination?
My favorite one is the bee berry sting. Especially this time of year, I just find myself craving those tropical, fresh flavors. And the combination of the fresh mango, the strawberries, the blueberries, and the Purely Elizabeth granola is such a winner to me. However, the peanut butter swizzle is the fan favorite. It is the most popular by far. So if you are a peanut butter person, that is the one that you probably want to get.
Okay, so when are these smoothie bowls available?
They are available now.
Okay.
And there are a few different ways to get them. So you can go into one of the 1,100 Smoothie King locations nationwide, or you can do it online. You can go onto the Smoothie King app, where new users actually get $2 off. So a nice little perk. Or you can use a third-party delivery service like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats to get it to you.
All right, where can we go for more information?
You can go to smoothieking.com for lots more detail on all the good stuff.
Thank you. You are a hero.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coming up, we got Bill Skarsgård. Yes, Pennywise himself. And the age-old debate. Is he just like Mary Poppins? We find out right here on New Mexico Rising. When you're stuck on an airplane because your pilot has just passed away, what do? Unfortunately, it becomes an extremely stressful situation, especially when you've only done a couple of days of flight school. So today we have Jesse Metcalf and Heather Graham from On a Wing and a Prayer, who's going to tell us the harrowing story of having to land a plane with very limited and minimal information. So how you doing today?
Great.
Yeah, we're doing great, thanks.
All right, so this is a movie that I saw last night that just, all I have to say is, you guys stressed me out. That's it. You stressed me out
Yes.
from beginning.
We wanted to stress you out. We were trying to stress you out.
I don't need that stress in my life anymore. I was
It's the
trying
edge of your
to.
seat. You're sitting on the edge of your seat, and then I think at the end you get inspired, you feel good.
It's life-affirming.
It's, yeah. Even when you're going through something hard, you know, it can still work out. That's the message.
All right, yeah, so On a Wing and a Prayer, it's a true story, which is even crazier. After I saw the movie, I had to go through like all of the YouTubes and start watching all these stories of like this movie and the tale that goes behind it. Can you guys tell me about this? Tell me about On a Wing and a Prayer. I know I did my research again, but I have nothing to say other than I'm stressed out. I'm tired. I'm done.
Well, you researched it after, so obviously you're intrigued, right? Well, so it's a true life story, and you know, truth is stranger than fiction, and this family was flying on a plane, and the pilot died, and they had to figure out how to land it. I mean, obviously they were super terrified that they were gonna die, and then, you know, we call the expert, Carrie Sorensen.
Yeah, that's where my character comes in, Carrie Sorensen. He happens to be an expert in this particular plane that Heather's character's husband, Doug White, has to land in order to save himself and his family. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty miraculous story. You know, Doug White had very, very, very minimal flight experience, basically none, and this aircraft is pretty complicated, so and they were in bad weather, so it's really a miracle that he was able to land the plane safely.
It's like every single corner something was going on and causing chaos in their lives.
That's what makes a good movie. You know?
Okay, come on. People watch horror movies. Those are much worse.
A lot of
like
obstacles,
people stabbing
a lot of
and blood.
conflict.
Like this is like a hopeful, happy story.
Yes, but I don't go after a horror movie watching all of the true story tales on YouTube to find out what really happened and find out what's going on with these people's lives. Did you guys get to meet the people that you guys portrayed?
I got to meet Terry White via FaceTime. She was so sweet. She talked to me. She's got like a big heart. She's super, you know, religious and sweet and loving, and I'm super grateful I got to meet her. She's very cool.
You're very lucky.
You didn't get to meet him?
No, I wish I got the opportunity to talk to Carrie. I basically had to gather all my information from the little bit of video interviews that were out there on Carrie and some of the print interviews and kind of like decide what kind of guy he was, you know. One thing is for sure is he was a reluctant hero. You know, he's a pretty humble guy. He felt like he was just in the right place at the right time to do something good. But you know, from a story arc perspective, you know, him being able to help Doug White and his family was a really cathartic experience for him because he had a lot of trauma, losing his father and his stepfather both to plane crashes. So that's what I found most interesting about my character.
All right, well, thank you guys. I'm almost out of time, but Heather, I just wanted to say that I'm broadcasting from the Red Room, and I think you're the only person that's ever actually like been to the Red Room as Annie from Twin Peaks. So I got the red curtain behind me and everything. So
oh my God, you're in the Red Room? I wish we could see you. That's so cool. That's
we don't have the budget for speaking backwards, but we try.
Okay, well, hi to you in the Red Room. Lucky you.
Well, thank you. All right, so there you go on A Wing and a Prayer. Definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. It's a good, fun movie for kind of the whole family, honestly, even though you're going to stress out your family just a little bit. So check it out, On a Wing and a Prayer. Jesse Metcalf, Heather Graham, thank you two for hanging out with me this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
If you're a big fan of the John Wick series, you know, the assassin that basically loves his dog a little too much, we have a continuation of that series. Part 4 of the series carries on with the life of that assassin doing his assassiny thing. What I love about the series is that nobody in this universe is actually a good guy, maybe for the biggest baddie of them all. And I have that biggest baddie right here on our show right now. Let's talk to Bill Skarsgård. How are you, buddy?
I am excellent. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing fantastic. All right. We got John Wick Chapter 4. Can you tell me about your character and how you got involved and jumped into the big role of being one of the big bad guy antagonists in all of this?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was a fan of the franchise before. I think I'd seen at least 2, if not all 3 of the movies before this was before they approached me with this. And yeah, it's just the world and the universe is so fun and bizarre. And on top of that, you have, you know, Keanu Reeves' incredible idiosyncratic charisma that, you know, only he has. Some of the best action there is out there, you know. So it was a thrill to be a part of it. And I was approached with the opportunity to be the antagonist of the movie in the 4th installment of the franchise. And just like any sequel, the spectacle just keeps on growing. So the 4th one is a lot. It's the biggest bang of the franchise, if you will.
And it's actually getting really high positive ratings, and it's kind of leading into maybe a spin-off film, The Ballerina, and maybe a television series, The Continental. Is there anything that you can talk about for those, or should we just go see the movie first, then maybe we'll talk about them next time around?
Yeah, I mean it's quite incredible. I just love the story. David Leitch, who I've worked with as well before, David and Chad created the first movie, which was a smaller movie in terms of budget compared to other sort of big Hollywood action movies. And the plot line was Keanu Reeves' dogs gets killed, and he's really upset about that and just kills everybody for it. So it was fun. It was like not taking itself too seriously. And then there were a lot of these kind of like cool kind of, oh, there's a universe here. There's the Continental, and there's a hotel, and there's a secret underground organization that has a lot of power and assassins and so forth. And because of the popularity of the first movie, this universe has just kept on growing and growing and growing.
And okay, so I have this one question from the world of the lore of the internet. And I thought the perfect person to kind of settle this is you. There's a rumor going around saying that Mary Poppins and Pennywise are the same species of alien, that one feeds off the scares and fear of children, and the other one feeds off the children's happiness. What are your feelings or thoughts on that? Is this true? I kind of want to settle this debate and at least ask, the guy. I have him here.
Wow, that's the first time I heard that theory. I don't think Pennywise would stand a chance against Mary Poppins. I'll just for the record, put that out there. So, and maybe also for the record, I hope that love triumphs over fear and hate. So, that's a very interesting theory. I like it. The dichotomy between good and evil is sort of the essence of a lot of stories and also life itself, right? So let's live the Mary Poppins way.
All right, good. But I don't think Disney's ever gonna do a crossover between the two, but I hope, all right? That'd be hilarious. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Bill Skarsgård, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I want to tell everybody to go check out John Wick Chapter 4. It's in theaters now. So thank you for joining me this morning, Bill.
Thanks a lot, man. Bye.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank everybody that was part of the show today. If you want to be part of the show, all you got to do is email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com. I could go to your business. You can come here to the Red Room. We could hang out, and maybe I could just even Zoom interview if you want, if you're from one far part of the state. newmexicorising@gmail.com. Send me an email, and let's chat about what's going on in your world. I got some big news for the show coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm not going to tell anybody, so I'm teasing that now. So stay tuned, and I'll give you some more news about New Mexico Rising, how it's going to get bigger and bigger in a weird way. So that's kind of exciting, right? If you want to be part of the show, please email me, newmexicorising@gmail.com. Plus, if you want a family 4-pack of tickets to ABQ Golf and Games, which is a arcade in Albuquerque that gives you unlimited free play on their arcade machines, all you got to do is email me right now your favorite place to get a taco. Yes, your favorite place. It could be your grandma's house even if you want. Email me at newmexicorising@gmail.com. First person who does so will get a family 4-pack so that you can invite up to 4 people to ABQ Golf and Games and have unlimited gameplay for the day. So that is it for the show this week. Before we go, I got the band Under the Rug, who's performing their new song, Lonesome and Mad, and it's right here on New Mexico Rising. And they're going to be performing at La Sala on the 25th of next month. So there it is. Check it out. If you like the song, go check them out and perform at La Sala. There it is. That is it for New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. See you next week. Love ya.
I feel like I wanna go home, but I am home, and the cardinal calls out lonesome and mad. If only one